We all agree that breakfast is the most important meal of our day. You all heard it, haven't you? Then why is it that we so willingly neglect this most important meal of our day? I understand how hectic mornings can be, yet there is a way to put a healthy, delicious, and nutritious meal on the table every morning, and I want to show you how. I'm going to provide you with some simple recipes for breakfast. This way there will be no more excuses for not making breakfast. And today we're going to start by making old-fashioned steel-cut oats. In a minute I will tell you why they are one of my favorite choices. Before we start with our oats, I want to show you what other ingredients I'm going to use for this delicious recipe. So we're going to have about a cup of oats, steel-cut oats, about a cup of ground walnuts, about 2 cups of water, honey, we're gonna need about a tablespoon or 2 of honey, a pinch of salt, a little bit of vanilla, maybe a tablespoon of vanilla, a pinch of cinnamon, a little bit of milk, and a couple of eggs. So let me show you how to put together this simple recipe. Did I mention blueberries? Oh, that's gonna be a yummy addition to this. So we're gonna start by warming up our water. We have a couple of cups of water in here. We might need an additional one, but for now let's just start with 2 cups of water. While my water is preheating, I want to tell you a couple of things about steel-cut oats and why I choose them to serve them as a breakfast to my kids. One of the reasons is that steel-cut oats contain vitamins B. They also contain calcium and a lot of fiber. And it's been shown that if eating steel-cut oats twice or more during the week, it will help you reduce risk of heart disease, as well as it will help you reduce the risk of diabetes and cancer. Comparing this to a box cereal, where you will find very often, you will find loads of sugar or corn syrup, steel-cut oats are a healthy alternative to boxed cereal. So that's the reason I often choose them for my kids. And in addition to walnuts or flaxseed or honey, they will provide enough energy to sustain your kid throughout the whole morning. Water is boiling and we're just going to add our oats and mix. And we're going to let them cook for about 10 minutes. Steel-cut oats are unrefined food, which means it will take longer for oats to cook than it would ordinary oatmeal, especially instant oatmeal. Keep it on a medium-low and stir it occasionally, adding additional cup of water as needed. You could cook your oats anywhere between 10 to 20 minutes. It's very hard to overcook steel-cut oats, so I recommend that you use your taste and you make a decision how long you would like to cook them. If you cook them longer, naturally they will become softer. I prefer them a little bit harder, so I generally cook them for about 10 minutes and then I will let them sit for about 5 minutes and then I will serve them. So if you see here, I have used up my additional cup of water. Oats are still simmering and I will let them simmer for another 2 or 3 minutes and then we'll take them off the stove. While my oats are simmering, I want to tell you a couple of things about the walnuts. Walnuts is a very important addition to this dish that we're serving this morning, and the reason why is because the walnuts, just like the steel-cut oats, it's also very rich in fiber, it's very rich in vitamin B's, it's rich in antioxidants, for instance like a vitamin E, and it's very rich in omega-3s. You have heard enough about omega-3s, and you know that if we consume enough omega-3s, we are helping our heart, helping our vessels, helping our cholesterol, and also fighting some of the main causes of the diabetes and cancer and heart disease. So I have about a cup of walnuts in here. So in addition to a cup of oats, 3 cups of water, I have a cup of grounded walnuts here. You can, I have a little grinding machine that my aunt brought me from Switzerland. It's falling apart, but it's still working, and I love using it. If you don't have one of the original grinding walnuts grinding machines, excuse me, then just use your food processor. And in addition to that, I have some honey, local honey. I have established a great relationship with my local honey beekeeper, and this happens to be a sage honey. I love the smell of it, I love the taste of it, my kids love it too. And I'm also going to use some vanilla, cinnamon, salt, and a couple of eggs. So this is about a good time now to show you how to add extra protein to our dish. I didn't mention that walnuts also is very rich in protein, but in addition to walnuts, I'm going to use a couple of eggs in this dish just to give enough energy, enough power to sustain me and my kids throughout the morning. So here we go. I'm just going to break these 2 eggs, mix them with a pinch of salt, and add them to our steel cut oats. So let's just add the eggs. It will take only a minute for eggs to cook, even less. Just combine it, making a very thick mixture. As you see, this mixture already looks very appetizing and good. It looks very, very creamy. And now it's time to add some vanilla. I have about a tablespoon of a natural vanilla in here. Just mix it well. There we go. I'm going to add just a little bit of cinnamon to it. I'm going to save some of this cinnamon for the topping. And oh, it smells so good, so good, so good. Okay, here we go. Nice and warm, rich, and all kinds of goodies. Fiber, protein, antioxidants, vitamins. Okay, and in addition to that, I'm going to cover it in walnuts. Walnuts is one of those power foods. They call it brain food, and I serve it to my kids because I like them to be able to pay attention in school to what teacher has to say. And walnuts is one of those foods that will help them achieve that. A tablespoon of good unprocessed honey. If you can't get your hands on unprocessed honey, you can just buy honey in your local store. Okay. And honey also has a very good carbohydrates. It will help your kids with their energy and concentration as well. And there are some rumors that buying local honey can also help fight kids' allergies. So let's see, okay, we got honey. Time for some extra antioxidants. I'm using blueberries, but you can use apples, strawberries, raspberries, or whatever your kids might like, or whatever fruit might be in season. So we got enough blueberries on here. I'm going to just do another touch of cinnamon. And we're ready to eat. Here I have a little milk. It's optional. If you like milk, use a little milk. In addition to your oats. And here we go. We're ready to eat. With breakfast like this, your kids are ready to face the day, and so are you. So it smells delicious. It tastes delicious. It's warm, and it's just going to make you feel wonderful in the morning. And the best of all, this is the way we're going to fight childhood obesity and childhood diabetes. And until next time, and until next recipe, to your health and to our kids' health.